Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a comparison of my MAC setting sprays or finishing sprays, and I'm also going to be quickly talking about a product that I got from MAC not too long ago, and just a quick second is going to be spent on my hair. You saw this in my last video, my box braids. I love them. And I am going to, for my next style, do crochet braids with the, like that really short coily hair, and do kind of a tapered style. That's gonna be in about a month or so, so definitely keep an eye out for that. The product I want to review for you guys is this Hyper Real Glow highlighter palette from MAC. It comes with these 3 highlighter shades in them, and there's also a pink version of this. I got the gold, and I really like this product. I've been getting a lot of use out of the darkest color in the trio. The other 2 I find are a little bit light to be highlighting my face with, so I can use it for, you know, brow bone, inner corner, bow of the lip, etc. But I'm really getting the most use out of the darkest one. I highly recommend getting it for yourself if you just want a few different highlighting options, because you can always mix the lighter ones with darker products. And it's also really great for a makeup kit because it's really nice and slim and sleek, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. And you've got really good options for highlighters for your clients. And because you've got like a light, a medium, and a darker one, then it works really great for different skin tones. So I definitely do like this, and I would suggest getting it if you've been on the fence and you're not sure. I say get it, it's worth it. Now we're gonna get into the setting sprays. Alright guys, so I don't know if all of these are still available. I know for sure one is not right now, at least not on the website. And this is the MAC Mineralized Charged Water Hydrating Mist. The other one I'm not quite sure of at the moment is the Charged Water Charcoal Spray, which is this one. And the other 3 I have, they're available for sure. So this is the Fix Plus Coconut. This is the original Fix Plus, and then we also have the Fix Plus Goldlite. So I'm not going to start in any particular order. I'll just briefly talk about each one, and then at the end I'll compare sort of like how they all compare to each other, and then I'll just let you know which one is my favorite. So I'm going to start with the original Fix Plus. When I was working for MAC, when I first started working for MAC, I had to do this makeup demo as part of the interview process, and I remember I grabbed this and I used this to finish off the makeup look that I did on my model. And I remember I was talking about the product and giving a little description, and I mentioned that it was a setting spray. And at the end of my interview, I was given a little evaluation, and I was told that this is not a setting spray, and it's a common misconception among MAC artists that it is a setting spray. Now, this has been going on for a long time, because for the 5 years that I worked for the company, I would hear people describe it as a setting spray to customers, and I never did after I got that bit of information. The other thing is, if you read the box, it never said that it was a setting spray. It said that it would refresh makeup. So I never described this as a setting spray when I would sell it to customers, and when they would ask me if it made their makeup last longer, I was honest and I told them, no, there's no specific claim that says it will make your makeup last longer. With that being said, I really do love Fix Plus. I like it, and I use it like a finishing spray more so than a setting spray, because when I apply it to my skin, I don't have this expectation that it's going to make my makeup last any longer. But what it does that I really appreciate is sometimes after I apply my makeup, I have a very, very, very matte finish, and I don't like how it looks, because until the natural oils in my skin emerge, my skin looks really, really dry and powdery. So just using a little bit of Fix Plus, I lightly mist it all over my face. Immediately my skin looks a lot more natural, it looks more glowy, and it also helps the makeup to kind of like mesh together a little bit better rather than having to wait, you know, a given amount of time for the oil to come through and do that. So I really love Fix Plus. You can also use it for other things. People have used it to foil eyeshadow. You can do the same thing with your highlighter if you want it to show up more intensely on your skin. You can use it with glitter, although I find that you do get a degree of fallout with glitter when you use Fix Plus. I much rather a mixing medium, but that definitely is an option in a pinch. If you don't have anything else, you can use a little bit of Fix Plus and your glitter. And I mean, just a whole host of other things. It's calming to the skin. It's got cucumber, it's got caffeine. It's really, really great. And for a lot of people, this is a holy grail product. For me, I consider it a holy grail product. I love how it responds to my skin, and I love how my skin responds to it. And yeah, I can't say enough good things about Fix Plus. So next we have Fix Plus Coconut. So all those things that I just mentioned absolutely apply to this. The only thing is that this is coconut scented. So when this first came out, it was limited edition, and I mean, it was in high demand. A lot of people wanted, after we had sold out, a lot of people were coming back and they were like, oh, do you guys have the coconut or do you have the lavender? Those were really popular scents. And I didn't know whether or not they were going to come back and whether or not they would be made part of the permanent lineup. And I'm really glad that they were, personally, because I love how this smells. So you get all the great benefits of Fix Plus, plus a nice kind of tropical coconutty smell. It's very sweet and nice, and I'm someone who really loves coconut. I love Almond Joy, I like coconut scented candles, coconut candy, coconut cookies. I am such a lover of coconut. So this was something that made me very happy when I found out that it was going to be permanent. And again, same thing, it's not going to really extend the wear of your makeup, but it is going to make your skin look really great after the makeup application, especially if you used very mattifying or very matte products. So the next one I'm going to talk about is right now it's gone. I haven't seen it on the website in a while. So this is the Mineralized Charged Water Skin Hydrating Mist. I'm going to talk about it just in case you guys have seen it in the past and were wondering about it, or if you have it and are not getting a lot of use out of it, or just in case it comes back and you're not sure whether or not you should get it and how it compares to Fix Plus. So before this was discontinued, this was actually my favorite finishing spray. I really loved the way that my skin would look after I applied it, and the finish would be very similar to the finish I would get with Fix Plus. The only thing is that the scent is a bit different. It's got, I believe it's supposed to smell like yuzu, if I'm not mistaken, but a lot of people thought it had shimmers in it because the bottle, the packaging was kind of shimmery, but it didn't have any shimmer in it. It was a clear liquid, and I really, really, really love this one. So right now it's gone. I don't know if it's gone forever, but if it is gone forever, I'm okay with that. I do really, really enjoy using Fix Plus, but if it comes back, I will definitely get one of these because this was really great. The differences between Fix Plus and this formula-wise, I don't remember exactly. I'm sorry about that, but I would often hear people say that this was more hydrating. I know that this, being part of the Mineralized line, was supposed to have like ions that were attracted to your skin and would draw moisture to your skin and all of that. And there were a little other tidbits that I'm not remembering so well from this, but there wasn't a huge difference. As far as its ability to hydrate the skin better or moisturize the skin better, I can't really speak to that because I didn't notice a big difference on my skin, at least, between this and Fix Plus. So the next one I have is the Charged Water Charcoal Spray. I have a lot of this product because I don't use it that much. I'm not a huge fan of the smell. It doesn't smell bad by any means, but it just doesn't smell as good as the other sprays in my opinion. And the couple of times I used this, I found that I didn't get the radiance that I get from the other sprays. It's not mattifying to me, but doesn't really impart any kind of glow to the skin. It's it kind of is just like spraying water on your skin. If you guys have tried this and you love it or you hate it, I'd really like to know what your experience has been with this, because for me, I'm really indifferent as far as this goes. I haven't noticed any major difference in my makeup after applying it. It definitely, just because it is liquid, it is going to get rid of that very powdery effect that you'll be left with if you're using matte foundation and mattifying powder on top of that. But besides that, I can't really say that I've enjoyed this to any degree or that I've noticed anything major. So yeah. And the last one is going to be the Fix Plus with Goldlite. So I'm going to shake it up here because there's a little metal ball in here, and then there's some metallic powder in there that settles. So you have to shake it, and basically you can see it swirling around in there. The little ball just helps to incorporate that powder into the liquid, and this is the exact same Fix Plus as the first one I showed you, but it just has this gold powder infused into it. So the way I feel about this, I actually don't like it as much as the original Fix Plus. What I find with this is when you spray it, and I've sprayed it on my face, I've also sprayed it on my hands just to see the effect a bit closer. You know, I could kind of do like that. This product doesn't disperse the shimmer or the pearl evenly on your skin. You are going to get areas where a bead of it might land on your face, and that bead is really concentrated with powder. And there'll be other areas where it's less. It's a mist that comes out, and you might have a droplet that lands on another part of your face with one little speck in it. So you get a very uneven dispersal of the gold pearlescent powder that's in here. And because of that, after it dries down, what you're left with is, in some areas, a really nice kind of subtle sheen, and in other areas you're left with a very noticeable sort of glob of shimmer on your face. So there's definitely some kinks that need to be worked out with this. A lot of times that happens with MAC products. They'll introduce something and then they'll realize there's an issue with the product formula or the packaging, and they'll reformulate it, and then they'll reintroduce it when it's better and they've corrected whatever the issue was in the first place. And this is something that they might actually have to tweak a little bit, just formula wise. It doesn't quite work as well as it should, in my opinion. So this is another thing. If you guys have tried this and you've experienced the same thing, then definitely let me know. So this is in Goldlite. It also comes in Pink Light. I find that it doesn't really matter. I got the gold because I have the Goldlite strobe cream, and it's supposed to enhance those more golden tones in your skin. And the same goes with the Pink Light. It's supposed to enhance those like pink or rosy tones in your skin, but it's so subtle, I feel like it doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna tell you, just like in order, what's my favorite and what's my least favorite. So here we go. My favorite was this one, which is currently not in the lineup, and this is the Charged Water Hydrating Mist. The next two are these two. I'm gonna say the coconut first, because even though they're the same product, I just prefer the smell of the coconut. I find it to be more refreshing, and especially in the summertime when it's warm and you spritz this on, it's like a quick 2-second vacation. Third would be the original Fix Plus. Now, these two are my least favorite. No, I feel like I might get a little bit more use out of this one just because I could spray it on my body. I wouldn't care so much if I use this on my body and the glitter dispersal or the shimmer dispersal wasn't super even. And the very last one is this one, you guys. I don't really care for this one at all. I'm gonna have this one for a minute. I might just throw it in my kit, honestly, and use it in my kit, but as far as I go, not so much. So So there you have it. Thank you for watching my video. I hope it was helpful to you guys. If you had any questions about Fix Plus or anything like that, I hope I answered them for you. If you have any further questions or comments, definitely leave them below. Let me know what your favorite setting sprays are or refreshing sprays are, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.